cooking episode with Real Country with Jeff and Melanie. Tonight we're having pizza, and I'm going to show you how I fix my pizza dough. So I've written it out. I'm going to use 1½ cups of self-rising flour, 1/2 a cup of warm water, and some Pam. I'm going to combine the warm water and the flour, stir it with a spoon. Then I'm going to spray it with some Pam on all sides and put it in a bowl that's sprayed with Pam and let it sit for about 10 minutes. And then I'm going to put it onto the sheet pan, spread it out, put it in the oven to pre-cook it for about 8 to 10. And then take it out, put my toppings on there, put it back in to finish off the pizza. And that's it. So we'll get started with our first step. I have 1/2 cup of water. I'm going to put it in the microwave for about 20 seconds. While that's going, I have 1½ cups, let me get over here, we can see, of self-rising flour. I'm going to put that in my bowl. Water's ready. I have a spoon to stir it with. Oh, and the camera guy needs to tell y'all hello. That is Jeff working my camera for me. So I'm just incorporating the water with the flour to make a dough ball. And I'm just stirring that around, hoping it's going to come together. And my hands are clean, and I'm fixing to go.
I wouldn't bet on that.
You didn't worry about it last night when we had supper, did you? If y'all watched that video. Okay, so now I'm just kind of trying to get everything to come together with my hands. And in just a second, I'm going to spray it with some Pam. I don't know, camera guy getting that pretty good?
Yeah.
All right. Just kind of punching it down with my knuckles. And then bringing it over, and it's come together very well. Okay. So here's my Pam. And these are the big Pams, and I have a little bit of arthritis, and I have trouble holding this can with one finger and doing it. So I kind of use a two-handed thing. But I just sprayed the top of it. I'm flipping it over, and I'm spraying the back pretty liberally. I have a bowl that I've already put Pam in. So I'm just going to sort of shape it back into a ball. Kind of rub it around and press it down in there. Then I'm going to cover it and let it sit for about 5 minutes. That's for one pizza pan. So earlier, I did one before the camera was rolling for one pizza pan because I've always fixed 2 pizzas when we're eating. And so I'm going to place this one over here to sit, and we're going to go on with this one. Let me get this cleared out. Now I need my pizza pan. And like my muffin pan the other day, this is a well-loved pizza pan. So I'm going to spray it with some Pam. Pretty good. Take my dough and plop it out and spread it out. And it's a little wet. Probably going to have to add a little flour to it, and that's okay. Sometimes that happens. It is a wet day today. I'm just going to pour some over here, and then I'm going to sprinkle some with my hand.
Are you gonna whoop it around and throw it in the air like they do in the pizza shops?
Lord, if I did that, we wouldn't be eating pizza. We'd be scraping it off the floor. I'm not a professional pizza person that ever worked in a pizza place. Do you want to try it, camera guy?
No. I've had a bad experience with people whopping pizza crust around like that a long time ago. I won't mention the restaurant it took place, but a long time ago I was inside a place and a guy was whooping it around like that, and he looked off and the dough ball went flying across the floor.
Oh my goodness.
And then I just knew they'd pick it up and throw it in the garbage. And oh no, they just picked it up, pulled a few things out of it, and went ahead and sent it on its merry way.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, and I decided I didn't want to eat that pizza no more. And never have since.
Alright, and I probably forgot to mention, but I have the oven preheating 425. And I like to pre-cook my pizza crust a little bit before I put toppings on there. And then I do a little something extra to my pizza crust. So let me get a fork. And what I do is I just try to make little holes. And then I turn it the other way. Because, you know, I'm a perfectionist with a little OCD, so I'm sure I probably missed putting a hole somewhere, but that looks pretty good. I'm sure Jeff will let me know if I missed something somewhere. Then I have a little garlic, and I'm going to sprinkle a little garlic on here. And some Italian seasoning. Okay, so that's what I do. Now it's going into the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes until, and we like thin crust, so this is kind of thin. If you like thicker crust, you might want to use a little more flour, a little more water. But I'm going to put this into the oven. On the top rack, set my timer for about 7 minutes. I'm going to check it. So Jeff and I will be back after we get the crust done to show you that and then move on with making that pizza. Hi, welcome back. This is the pizza that we've pre-baked. And now I'm going to top it. And of course, y'all top it your pizzas, whatever you want to use. This is actually store-bought spaghetti sauce. And that's what I use on my pizzas. I just put a few spoonfuls on it first. And do them around. And go back and get a little bit more. And I did let this cool off about 3 or 4 minutes. That's why I can handle the pan right now. So I didn't want y'all to think I was handling a hot pan. I can handle a lot of hot stuff to eat, but don't like to touch hot things. Okay, so pretty much got that. And then, you know, sauce is a preference thing. We're not real saucy people, but you certainly can put as much or as little as you want. The next thing that I do is I go ahead and put, we like mushrooms, so I go ahead and put some mushrooms on there. And this is going to be, all the ingredients are for 2 pizzas, so be half the, the ingredients. Of course, the sauce will have quite a bit of sauce left over. But I just kind of sprinkle it around, and being OCD that I am, I like to try to make sure I got, try to have it spaced out a little bit, so I'll go back and play with my food.
2.7 slices of mushroom per slice of pizza.
I do try to even it out. That's true.
Up the industry code.
He knows I do. I'd be like, oh, I got too much on that piece. He'll be like, it'll be okay. It equals out.
It's pizza, not brain surgery.
I do like brain surgery on me. Okay, So that's the mushroom, and then the next thing I like to do is sausage. And this is leftover sausage that I had the other day. I have a video online about how I make sausage from a pizza, and I had some of the sausage left over and I froze it in the freezer. So I thawed it out in this skillet, and I just added a little bit more barbecue sauce, just a couple little turns, and just a little, maybe an ounce and a half of Dr. Pepper. And just to make it, until it, you can see it's not runny or anything. I just did that to warm it up from the freezer and all, and so that's what I'm putting on the pizza.
And please feel free to go check out that video, Amplified Sausage.
Yes. And that tells you how I made the sausage. We don't like toppings loading down our pizza. So there again, that's just a preference thing. Some people like loaded pizzas, and we typically do not load ours down. And like I said, it's for 2 pizzas. So I know it looks a little sparse to maybe some of y'all, but that's just how we like it. Okay, so then I have onions and bell peppers. Once again, I try to get that equal. Sometimes I succeed better times than others. But it usually tastes good anyway.
It's going to all mix in your tummy.
It does. Your tummy don't know the difference. And then the bell peppers. And that's just preference things. Usually I do try to put some pepperoni on. But I didn't have any tonight, so you got to roll with what you have sometimes, especially on days when you don't feel like getting out and going to the store. Been a rainy day. Alright, and then last but not least, cheese. And what I have here is about 80% mozzarella. And I had a little bit, I'd say about 20% of this bag is pepper jack cheese. So if you notice a few little spots, that's the pepper jack cheese in there. So I didn't want anybody to think there was anything wrong with my cheese. It was just 2 different kinds blended together. Like I said, I just rolled what was in my refrigerator tonight.
She just didn't want you to know we reuse Ziploc bags, and last week I had lug nuts and the axle grease in there. Just don't tell nobody.
He did not.
No, I'm just kidding.
Jeff will pull your leg. But he makes me laugh, and I told him, I said, the one day I wake up in our marriage and he doesn't make me laugh, that's the day we're going to get a divorce.
Now I wake up and don't smile for the first hour. There's no use.
It's no use. That makes me laugh when he's trying not to make me laugh. But anyway. Okay, so that's the pizza, and I'm going to put it in the oven. I'm going to bake it for probably about 8 to 10 more minutes to get the toppings warm and melt the cheese. And then we'll be back to test the pizza. Hi, welcome back. This is our pizza that we pulled out of the oven. I've let it sit for about a minute, and now I'm going to cut it and taste test it. It is just a little warm. Sliding around on them. Okay. Well, it's crispy. Jeff said he's going to work the camera, so he's not going to taste test. So I'm just going to pull a piece off and just kind of show it to you, the underside of it. And I like to put a little Parmesan cheese on mine. There we go. It's probably hot, so let's see. It is a thin crust, which is what we like. It is a little crisp, but not anything bad. It's holding together as you hold your pizza. It does have a pretty good flavor with the Italian seasoning that's on there and with the garlic. So I think it's a go. That was the first time that I've used that dough recipe. So I would definitely use it again. Now I know on my when you're looking at the video at the beginning when it says 1.5 cups of flour, you may want to mix the 1/2 cup of water with just 1 cup of flour, then have your 1/2 cup of flour on the side, because I think when I mixed a 1.5 cups, it was just a little too much flour in there that made it a little dry. So you may want to use a little less flour. But there again, that's personal preference. Thank you for joining Jeff and I for this meal.
Oh yeah, one thing, let me interrupt you. When she first started doing this, we used to be eating out, and most of the time the restaurants were good, but then it got to where we'd go to our favorite restaurant and it wouldn't be good. And then we'd go to another restaurant and it wouldn't be good. So I kind of joked, we used to eat Papa John's, so when she started making it and realized how good it was, I nicknamed this Momma Melony'S Pizza.
I forgot, Momma Melony'S Pizza. That'd probably be the title of our video there.
That's it.
But we did enjoy that pizza dough crust. Normally I buy the pizza crust mix that's in an envelope in the grocery stores. You can get no name brand names, except at one grocery store. They don't carry that kind of pizza dough, but I'm not going to say who that is. But anyway, but thank you for joining Jeff and I. We really appreciate it. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell. And good God willing and the creek don't rise, we'll see you on down the road. Bye.
Now I get to eat.